Hi, hello, howdy, and welcome back to Idol Manager. So, first things first, I've played this game a lot. Since the last episode, I've played this game a lot. I am no longer clueless. I'm gonna be honest. I know what I'm doing to an extent. I haven't played through the story mode, but I've done the free play mode. Yeah, I reached like 1 billion yen on the free play mode, but I'm addicted to this game, so I'm gonna keep playing it. And anyway, our first order of business is to give all of our idols nicknames. Because you guys know idol groups. Nobody is using their like real first and last name in an idol group. Now, we're clown themed, so we are going to be naming all of our girls after clowns. And I already know our star of the show, our gold level girl. Your name is Lunette now. Named after, of course, the iconic star of the Big Comfy Couch. Which, if you do not know, it was a kids show that aired on PBS if you're American, and I don't know what station if you're Canadian. And basically it was about clowns. The main character was like this clown, and just clowns, and her name was Lunette, and look it up. Look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. It was very cute. And then I think we're gonna name one of our girls Penny. Even though Pennywise isn't a cute clown and is a very scary clown, still incredibly iconic. Like, still incredibly iconic. And then finally, see, I wanted to name a clown girl after Ronald McDonald because, again, another very iconic clown. And my first instinct was Rana, but I realized that looks like the nickname given to a very unfortunate pandemic that is currently sweeping the nation, so we're not gonna call her that. Instead, she can just be Ronnie. Yeah, it's a little bit more masculine, but it's fine. She can be Ronnie. Now, I completely forget what I was doing. Level that up, I guess, and then we have story to get through. Right, because this is the story mode. Let's see what's up. Oh, hi, Mr. Yakuza. Let me adjust the volume here. The music is so loud. Knock knock. Mind if I step in for a moment? Sure, what do you want? While you've been hard at work running the agency, I've been hard at work shaking hands with the right people. And if you shake enough hands, you start to learn about opportunities. I think I found one that may be of interest to you. See, I have a friend who works as a TV producer. They're always looking to fill programming slots. Things like quiz shows, that sort of thing. I managed to plant the idea in her head that it would be a good idea to have a quiz show where producers for different idol groups compete against each other. Folks such as yourself. What's the catch? Always looking for the caveat, huh? That skeptical instinct will serve you well, but it's nothing too serious. They just want to make sure that the people they're featuring have a certain amount of clout. To put in concrete terms, you'd need to have enough talent on board to justify calling it an actual idol group. 3 idols is a group, 2 idols is a company, and anything less than that, you're playing with yourself. I see Clown Corporation has 3 members already, so you're already big enough. Also, you'd need to release a single. You don't have to top the charts or anything like that. Just having a physical CD that people can go out and purchase lends the group a bit more credibility. Plus, it would give you something to promote on the show. I see you've already released a single, so you seem to be well qualified there. Yeah, I would love to promote that on the show because, last episode, our single flopped really hard. We lost some money with that one. Anyway, it's clear that you've met the bare minimum qualifications to justify appearing on TV, so congrats on that. Are you free this time next week? If not, clear your schedule, because that's when taping is planned. Oh, thanks for informing me. So until then, let's look at our research. Can we... Digital only release. Okay. So what I have learned through free play... Hi, thanks for interrupting me while I was in the middle of, explaining things. So what I learned through playing, like, 20 hours of this game in free play mode is that digital releases are so much better if you need to make money, because digital releases are free. They're free, you don't have to spend anything, and you can sell basically as many CDs as people want. As many singles as people want. Which is obviously a very great thing, and will make it so that way your singles can't really flop, because you can't lose money on them, you know? Hey, just wanted to see how you were doing. How's your first week on the job been? It was going great, and I was explaining what I learned about this job until you interrupted. Glad to hear it. I knew you would be a natural at this. Anyway, you might be interested to know that I recently tapped into my professional network and managed to get you a small mention on a local news broadcast. I also talked to several folks who run businesses in the area and got them to put up promotional materials for a while. It's not exactly making the big time, but it will at least get the attention of people who are nearby. How'd you get them to do that? What? You don't believe it was the power of my charm? Seriously though, you're not the local business that I've invested in, you know? There's probably meant to be an only in that sentence somewhere. There are a lot of local business owners that owe me favors, and in situations like this, I can get them to help me out a bit. Or in this case, help you out. Of course, I hope you realize this works both ways. Someday, you're going to be the established business that I come asking for a favor. I might be generous, but I expect something in return. Fair is fair, after all. Oh great. I owe you one. Love that. For me. Of course, I don't mean to make this seem like a bigger deal than it is. More people in the area are going to have an awareness of your group. That doesn't automatically turn them into fans, but it does mean that when you promote the group, people will be more likely to pay attention. You might gain more fans than you would ordinarily, thanks to the temporary boost. Ditto for performances. People are more likely to check out a group that they've been hearing of recently, so you might see a small boost in attendance and revenue. Anyway, this honeymoon period won't last forever. Try to make the most of it, okay? Okay. So we're gonna release a new single. We're gonna call it... I've spent too much time on this game. Because I have. Oh boy. You should see the amount of hours I have on my, other save. Anyway, pop, happiness, cute, that's all we have. Continue. Lunette can be the center. Sure, why not? And let's go! Let's start making things! Excuse me, ma'am. I just received a phone call from Fujimoto-san's office. From the sound of things, you're going to make a television appearance in 1 week. I also received an email directly from the studio with the details of the location of the shoot. Apparently it's some kind of quiz show where you'll be competing against the producers of other idol groups. I'm actually somewhat familiar with the local station that's recording the show. Not super familiar, but I may have watched it a few times after work, and I took the liberty of watching a few clips that have been circulated online. Since it's a quiz show, I figured you might want a quick primer on what to expect. If you'd like, I could give you some pointers based on my somewhat limited exposure. I'm trying to be entertaining. You know, ultimately, the best way to bring people in and make them interested in this group is to be entertaining. And it's hard to be entertaining when you know the whole everything. Especially on a quiz show. I want them to surprise me. Really? Well, alright. I hope you know what you're doing. After all, you might encounter potential rivals at this event. This show is specifically for producers at small idol groups, so they would naturally be your competition. Oh, whoa. If you do feel like doing prep work, it might be worthwhile to get to know your idols before the event, but if you'd prefer to let it be a surprise, well, I'm not the one appearing on TV. Okay, who do we gotta talk to? Have I already spoken to Lunette? I did, and we learned she can dice an onion without crying. Let's talk to Ronnie. What's going on with me? Not much. Ronnie gives a detailed description of what she ate for breakfast and shares a bit about what has been going on with her family. You also find out that Ronnie knows how to eat chicken wingettes with only one hand. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. At the entrance to the studio. Okay, we're just jumping right into it. Okay. I am here armed with the knowledge that Ronnie can eat chicken wingettes with one hand. I am ready. Oh, goodness me. You already look like you're gonna be obnoxious. Hello there! You must be Miss Addie. Charmed, I'm sure. Thank you so much for coming by. I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. Let me explain how things will work here. You're one of 4 different idol group producers we've invited to the studio. I feel like I sound like Heisenberg from Resident Evil. Goodness golly. We're going to have separate recordings with each of you, where we hit you with a series of questions about your idol group. We'll tally your scores, and the 2 producers with the highest quiz scores will then face off head-to-head. If you're not one of the top 2, you get to go home early. Of course, I'm sure you'll want to do your best to try and win the prize. There's a prize? Oh, there you go, pretending like you've forgotten. You just wanted to give me a chance to brag about it, right? Well, of course, we're looking to fill a prime-time programming slot with a live broadcast musical performance. If you manage to win and beat out the other producers here, your group will get much-needed airtime. Haha, of course, that's why you're here, right? Hoping to win the grand prize. Anyway, your segment is the last one that we're going to tape. So, I'll let you get to the green room. This green room isn't the most spacious. Normally, we'd let you mingle backstage with the other contestants, but since this is a quiz show, we want to keep everybody isolated. So, your room might be a little cramped. I'm sure you understand, right? Looking forward to talking to you on camera. In the hallway outside of the waiting room. Oh! Hey, pretty lady on the wall. Hello there. Hello, Miss Addie. It's good to see you here. Aren't you the shadowy lady that talked shit about Fujimoto at the beginning of this game? Who are you? You haven't forgotten the first time we met, have you? If I recall correctly, I was the first one to offer you a proper welcome when you arrived at the Clown Corporation office, before you met Fujimoto. But I'm a bit miffed that you don't recognize me. Didn't you do any opposition research? Anyway, I just finished recording my segment. I got every question right. I got every question right, of course. But they select the top 2 competitors to compete head-to-head in the final round, so if you do well enough, maybe you could come in second place behind me. Well, best of luck. That woman's gonna be my rival, isn't she? That's why I gave her like a Team Rocket voice. Hey there, mind if I squeeze in? No, this green room is supposed to be cramped. Get out. Man, this waiting room is cramped. I think they squeezed you into a closet. I guess this is what you get when you record for a local TV station. Still, it's good exposure for a group as small as yours. No, get out of the room. Get social distance. Get out! Anyway, are you ready to knock 'em dead? I'm ready to win? That's the spirit. It would be a great opportunity for Clown Corporation if you can manage to clinch that grand prize. TV airtime for a live performance is the kind of thing that could draw some serious attention. Of course, it is just a local affiliate. It's a bit shy of a nationwide broadcast, but everyone has to start somewhere, right? A local victory could be the first step on a long road of successes. Though I have to admit it's a pretty genius move on the TV station's part. Instead of having to pay big bucks for a musical guest to show up, they contact smaller groups and offer them the chance to win airtime. It makes it seem like they're the one doing you the favor, which, in a way, they are, but I think they get the better end of that deal. Of course, if anyone is going to get that airtime, I hope it's Clown Corporation. Hey, do your best to win, alright? I may have made a bet with a friend that you'd be the one to win. And more importantly, my ego is on the line here. Hey, did you see that light go on? That means they're ready for you. Go on and knock 'em dead. Oh boy. Hello everyone! I'm pleased to be sitting here with Miss Addie, who is one of the brilliant creative minds behind RPS, Rock, Paper, Scissors. What? The idol group is called Clown Corp. Always clown, always cheap. You know, it's written right here. I have a little name tag. It says it right there. Oh my lack of preparation has been exposed! Sorry folks, it's been a long day here in the studio. Let's try that again. I'm pleased to be sitting here with Miss Addie from Clown Corporation. Miss Addie, if you had to pick one thing, what would you say is the best quality about the idols of Clown Corporation? They work very hard. They're hard workers. In that case, what do you say to the idea of giving them all a raise? Hard work ought to be rewarded, right? Let's announce it on air today. Everyone at Clown Corporation, your pay is officially doubled starting today. Yep, I was right that you were gonna be so obnoxious. I'm joking, of course. Miss Addie, we're so grateful you took time to sit down with us today. Being that you've spent so much time working with Clown Corporation over the past few weeks, I'm sure you'd be the foremost expert on them, right? So without further ado, let's move on to the first round of the quiz. First question is multiple choice. Which of these girls is not an idol who works for Clown Corp? Whoever Shimizu Sumire is. 'Cause, hey, that's not a clown name. Haha, of course Shimizu Sumire doesn't work for Clown Corp. That's because she's my daughter. I'd have quite a bone to pick if she started pursuing a life in showbiz. Why, she might become my competition, and more competition is the last thing that I need. Besides, she's my own daughter, and I'd much rather see her pursue a useful career than waste her life trying to become an idol. That's one question down. Next question. I'm gonna beat you with my fists. Live on air. Clown Corp's most recent single is Enter the Circus. What are the lyrics of that song about? Happiness? That was a guess. It's been so long. I genuinely forgot. Yes, indeed, that is correct. Of course, I'm sure that was an easy question for you to answer, considering that you're the one who wrote the song. Hey, we have to throw in a few easy questions along the way, right? Lastly, it's time to test how well you know the idols themselves. I'm sure you want the world to get to know the girls of Clown Corp, so it's time for you to show us how well you've already gotten to know them. Another multiple choice question. This question is about Ronnie. Oh, the wingettes! The wingettes! The wingettes! Yeah, Ronnie! The wingettes! Oh god, I need to give Ronnie a raise. Ronnie gets a raise. Well played, Miss Addie. It is indeed true that she knows how to eat chicken wingettes with only one hand. What an eclectic group of idols Clown Corp must be. I'm sure that the members of our audience are all charmed to learn such an interesting fact about one of its members. Yeah, I mean, I'm charmed and I don't even know what that means. Like, what's so impressive about that? I suppose the real question would be how you came to know this fact about Ronnie. Is this the kind of thing that you ask questions about during the interviewing process? That seems a bit personal for my tastes. What's so personable about whether, I walk in and I'm like, how do you eat chicken wingettes? And Ronnie, the absolute Chad that she is, looks me in the eyes and says, oh, I only need one hand. And I'm like, you're hired then. You're fucking hired on the spot. Like, I don't think that's very personal. I think that is a perfectly valid interview process. That brings the quiz round to an end. And Miss Addie, since you're the last one we're quizzing, we're prepared to announce right now who will be advancing to the final quiz round. Miss Addie, you will be advancing to the final round. Congratulations. Oh yeah. Let's keep going, baby. Keep on with the story. Back in the waiting room. Hey, good job out there. Are you ready for the next round? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to win. I like the attitude. But there's been a slight change of plans. How best to explain this? You know how the prize for winning this quiz show is getting airtime for a live performance? It's a decent opportunity, but there are better opportunities. And I think I managed to find a better spot. You see, National Broadcasting Corporation runs a similar live performance event. They're looking to promote some up-and-coming talent, and an idol group like Clown Corp would fit the bill, and, well, I pulled in some favors and managed to get you airtime there. The agreement isn't finalized, but it's basically a sure deal at this point. There's just one problem. The National Broadcasting Corporation gig would be the same night that this local station would be airing. They're actually trying to counter-program the bigger show by putting on a similar show. It would be better to have the larger platform, so you actually don't need to win. But I want to win. Yeah, I thought you might say that. This is where things get a little sticky. See, when we signed you up to be on this quiz show, part of the paperwork that went along with it was a contract promising that Clown Corp would be available for that specific broadcast slot in the event that you win. So if you win this quiz show, you'll be obligated to show up on the smaller network, and will have to miss out on the bigger gig. Long story short, if you win the quiz show, you'll be missing out on a better opportunity. You see where I'm going with this, right? My professional advice to you would be to try and lose on purpose. I wish there was a way that we could do both gigs, or a way for you to play to win while still doing the bigger show, but the only way for us to get out of this contract is for you to lose the quiz show and not be bound by obligation to have Clown Corp perform the smaller show. Anyway, this should be pretty easy. I'd go and talk to the other contender myself and explain the situation, but then we might get accused of collusion. So just let them win. I'm sure they'll be grateful for the opportunity. I know you're coming off a winning streak, but this should be pretty straightforward. Alright, logistics. So since this is a head-to-head competition, both you and the other contestant will be asked a question. Whoever buzzes in first will get a chance to answer. If you give a correct answer, you get 1 point. A wrong answer will give your opponent a point. So if you want to lose without having to embarrass yourself with an incorrect answer, just refrain from buzzing in. Let the other person buzz in first, and you'll lose without ever having to give a wrong answer. Of course, if you really want to seal the deal, you could buzz in and give a wrong answer. It's up to you how to handle this situation. Just make sure you don't win by accident. So, change in strategy. We are going to clown it up. We are going to look like the dumbest, silliest clowns on the block. That is what we're going to do. We're going to go viral. You know how sometimes during Family Feud, Steve Harvey just turns to a contestant after they give a really stupid answer and he says, "That's going on YouTube"? That's what I'm aiming for right now. I am aiming for a moment so dumb, it's going to end up in a YouTube compilation. And then people are going to be like, huh, who is this absolute idiot? Look me up, learn I work for Clown Corp, look up Clown Corp, listen to our absolute bops, and then gain new fans. That's the plan. That's the plan. Is to just YouTube compilations moment, dumbest answers ever on quiz shows. That's what we're gonna do. Wait, I wonder if I could put myself here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is actually really good. This is actually really good. Good. Okay, I'm here to compete. I'm ready to compete. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I am ready to compete. Back in the studio, the host is waiting for you, accompanied by another familiar face. Hello and welcome back to the show. We've narrowed the field down to 2 contestants. Why don't we have the 2 introduce each other? Hey everyone, I'm pleased to be here competing against Miss Addie, who is representing and promoting the idol group Clown Corporation. A technician standing next to the camera is holding up a cue card with the name and idol group of the other competitor. Oh, I get to name her. Okay. Putting myself out of the way for a second. So, my logic, Spookster Industries, laughter, happiness, as I've said in my Contempt playthrough. Laughter is the antithesis to fear. We're Clown Corp. She's Spookster Industries. It's just... I am gonna probably stumble over my words every time I say that group name. And first name, I just went with Julie. Last name is Metis, which is fear in Latin. My last name in this is Coridon, which is just clown in Latin. Also, something I did realize is, when I named my character, I mixed up the first and last names. And that's why everybody's calling me Miss Addie, because Addie is technically my last name here, and Crichton is technically my first. I don't think I can change that. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. But Julie, I made sure the last name and first name are correct. Now time for me to put myself back on the podium. I'm ready to take you down, Julie. I'm ready. Metis Julie nods at you and flashes a winning smile at the camera. Thanks for the introduction. I'm glad to have this opportunity to present Spookster Industries to the world. And I'm looking forward to seeing Spookster Industries perform on television to an even bigger audience. Ho-ho! The way you're talking, it sounds like you're assuming you've already won. Let's just say I'm very confident in the outcome of this competition. Well, let's just see how well-placed that confidence is. Alright, first question. The topic for the first question is tourism. At which of these 3 tourist destinations are you most likely to encounter snow? Mount Fuji, Chirihama Beach, or the Yaeyama Tropics? Buzz in. Since Miss Addie is faster on the buzzer, you get the chance to answer. The tourist destination most likely to have snow is the tropics. Could it be that you missed out on the part of elementary school where they taught basic ecology? Tropical islands are not the kind of place you'd expect to encounter snow, Miss Addie. The tropics are warm. Ask a second grader about it if that idea confuses you. Since you got this question wrong, the point goes to Julie Metis. Julie arches an eyebrow in surprise. Don't be surprised. I'm a clown. Like, do you not see the person you're standing next to, Julie? Do you not see me? I am a clown. I am gonna be stupid. Get used to it. Alright, time for the next question. That question might have been a bit challenging for you since it's about ecology. You both two seem like the kind of people who spend most of their time in the city, so maybe this question will be more your pace, because we're talking about the entertainment industry. Pony Island Records is a well-respected name in what industry? Buzz in. Miss Addie, first on the buzzer. What kind of entertainment is Pony Island Records known for? A children's card game. Nope! Pony Island Records is, as you might guess from their name, in the business of putting out records. As in albums. As in collections of music. You know, music. You run an idol group. You know what records and CDs and music are, right? No, actually. I do not. I am underqualified for this job because I am a literal clown. Julie, stop looking at me like that. Julie shoots you an annoyed glare. Ho-ho, what's wrong, Miss Metis? You won this round and yet you don't seem very happy with the result? Could something be wrong? Why would you be unhappy with victory? Let's just say I've got my eyes on a bigger prize. Of course, you may have won one round, but what's more important to you is winning the grand prize, I'm sure. While you're right, this competition's outcome is far from certain. Finally, we have one last question for you. What city is Tokyo Tower located in? Buzz in, buzz in. Looks like Miss Addie is faster on the buzzer. What's your answer? Tokyo Tower is located in New York. Wow. Is there a Tokyo Tower in New York? I don't know much about America, so maybe they have their own version of Tokyo Tower in New York, but the answer we were looking for is Tokyo. Hard to see how you could get that one wrong, Miss Addie. This round goes to Miss Metis. Better luck next time. That brings this session to a close. What a disappointing performance from Miss Addie. Such easy questions and such Astoundingly wrong answers. It makes you wonder how it is that Miss Addie got a management position in the first place. I'm wondering the same thing, buddy. I'm wondering the same thing. Like, I am fresh off the circus, and somehow I got this job. Tell me, Miss Addie, what happened? How could you perform so underwhelmingly? I genuinely didn't know the answers. Tell me, Miss Addie, how do you suppose the idols of Clown Corp feel to know that they're working under such a dullard? I bet most of them could have gotten those questions right. Do you think they'll be able to respect you after this? Yeah, 'cause I was funny. You may say that, but one might think that respect is something that is earned, but talk is cheap. The fuck does that mean? Now you're speaking in riddles? How about a real display of contrition? Do you intend to step down as producer at Clown Corp and allow someone more competent to take your place? Of course not. Fuck off. Proud words from someone who just lost in spectacular fashion. Miss Metis, for someone who just won, you don't seem to be very happy. Aren't you honored to have won today's prize? Well, yes, of course. Come on, you can say it more assertively. You won! Congratulations, Miss Metis. Thanks to your hard work today, or maybe due to Miss Addie's blunders, Spookster Industries will now have an opportunity to perform on a live broadcast with our station. At least, that's what I would be saying, if it weren't for the fact that today's show has all been a ruse. Miss Addie, Miss Metis, smile. You're on Chumps and Chuckles and you've been pranked. Chumps and Chuckles, that's my favorite show. Oh my, every clown watch. I just made the biggest brain play of my life. I have like 5,000 IQ right now. I knew going in. This was the perfect environment for a clown. Fuck you, Julie. Fuck you, Julie. Fuck you. I won today. Ha! I'm gonna go viral on YouTube, and you're just gonna be the chump that stood next to me. The host makes a big show of turning to the camera with arms spread in a comically wide gesture. Today's winner wins no prize. But you weren't trying to win, right? Unfortunately, the loser's prize you were informed of before the show doesn't exist either. Sorry, folks, today both of you get nothing. Wait, what? What? Julie's not happy about that. Let me get off my podium here. Put myself back in the corner for a second. Okay. Backstage after the taping. Sorry for misleading you about the setup for the show, but like I said, it's all about entertaining the audience, right? Oh, I entertained. You have to admit, it was pretty funny to see you and Miss Meta stumble over each other to try and get the questions wrong on purpose, right? I mean, I got all of them wrong. I don't know about her. She didn't do anything. Like I said before, a group of your size needs all the attention it can get. This was the best way I could think of to get you publicity, and a lot of people ended up tuning in, so I think this is good for Clown Corp in the long run. Sorry I had to mislead you in order for it to work. It's okay, dude. I'll let it slide. It was an on-brand little thing you did there. I'll let it slide. Thanks for being such a good sport about it. I appreciate someone who's willing to roll with the punches. And hey, you don't always have to take yourself seriously to win. I know that. I take myself the least oh. Well, hi, Julie. Fujimoto-san? What are you doing here? Ah, Miss Metis. Fancy meeting you here. Did you set this up? Did you do this to embarrass me? Oh, come on, Julie. The world doesn't revolve around you. No, not at all. I didn't even know that you would be here. So you being here is all because of Addie Corydon, right? The fact that I happen to be involved is purely a coincidence? Yes, that's right. Uh-huh. Funny coincidence. Well, whether this was intentional or not, do your best to stay out of my way. Of course, Miss Metis. Julie storms off in a huff. The fuck is she mad at you? Honestly, I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, it probably comes down to business. Let's just say that Miss Metis and I previously encountered one another in a professional context. What, is she an ex-Yakuza too? Am I the only one here that has not been involved with the Mafia? Am I the only one? Anyway, you handled yourself well out there. Good job. Thanks. Our next task is to rank in the top 5 of the singles chart. That's gonna be a little difficult. Well, let's work to release this last single, I guess. We did 24 in sales? That's it? We sold 24 copies? I mean, we sold 4 more copies than Enter the Circus. Alright, so we need to work on getting fans, definitely. Well, that will be our objective for the next episode. I'm gonna leave this here. We didn't lose money, but I would say that song still flopped. It definitely still flopped. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see how it goes. We're just, next episode, I think we're gonna be able to focus a lot more on actually making our idol group good. So, looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, Clown Corp. Always clown, always cheap.